2, 3, now.
Just to bring me something to eat. You done made up in these streets, but when it comes to my heart, that don't mean a thing, no. So hop up in your ride. Ooh, it's hot as hell outside. Got the top down, put the doors off, put your hand on my thigh. Drive slow, take your time. Every little thing you do got me feeling some type of way. When you give me that gun, do you make my summer rain? Oh, 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 oh. Every day, and it won't stop. Boom, 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 and it won't stop. Boom, 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 yeah. With every single part of me, my love for you is constantly, forever and ever on repeat, and it won't stop. Boom, boom, boom. I love when we pulling up to the beach, sand under my feet, sun down, nobody around, one hell of a scene. You rockin' my body, rock the boat all year, don't it sound familiar? Feels like hey, looking up in the space, it's just me and my babe. Damn, it feels so amazing, no. All night. Every little thing you do got me feeling some type of way. When you give me that gun and you make my summer rain. Oh, 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 oh. Every day, and it won't stop. Boom, boom, boom. No, and it won't stop. Boom, boom, boom. Babe, with every single part of me, my love for you is constantly, forever and ever on repeat, and it won't stop. Boom, boom, boom. Every day, I can't breathe. You take my breath away from me. Here's my heart, you got the key. Put that on eternity. I love you till infinity, 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 infinity. My baby, my everything. And when I think about it, oh, it be making me awake, baby. It won't ever stop. My heart won't skip a beat, baby. And it'll keep going on, and it won't stop. Ooh, no, and it won't stop, baby, baby, baby. With every part of me, my love is constantly, forever on repeat, baby. It won't stop. Can't stop that, no it won't stop. Can't stop that, no it won't stop. Can't stop that, and it won't stop. Can't stop it, and it won't stop. Boom, boom, boom.
What's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Lights Out Radio.
I just realized I'm sitting over here tonight.
Yep, you back
I'm
in
gonna take that seat. Pissed.
Oh, man.
My bad. What's up?
No,
What's up? This your boy JR.
It's your boy Complex.
It's your boy Subliminal.
And tonight, we're going to be talking about expectations.
Yeah.
And the way people view us as, you know, the generation, as a generation, like where we should be. At what point in our life should we be by now? Like, what should we be doing? Who should we be with? You know, like, should we be married? Should we be CEOs? Should we be still in school? Things like that. You know, what people expect of us at the age that we're at now. So yeah. So what you guys? What are some common? What's some common things that you guys come across on the?
I have no idea what's going on with JR.
I should have gave me candy, man.
No.
I'm like a child.
No more Jolly Rancher for you.
Right.
But I feel like one of the most common expectations for people in our generation is that either you need to be in school or somewhere furthering your education. I feel like education is everything. You kind of need it. It's beneficial.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of have to have an education now in order to like get a job.
Right.
And you know, back when I was young, my mom always used to tell me that, like, hey, you're gonna need to get a good education because soon, like jobs like McDonald's and Burger King are gonna be like running themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna be machines running them, and you know.
I'm sorry, I just feel some kind of way if the machine was good in my burger.
You know what? I feel like it would be perfection if humans wouldn't touch my burger because they tend to mess stuff up.
I can't.
I'm pretty sure if you ask a machine not to put mayo on your McChicken, McDonald's in Farmville, they won't put mayo on your chicken.
Yeah, that's kind of a...
also, Bojangles in Farmville is good for messing up some waters too.
True, they are.
They gave me like a picnic dirty rice one time and no fork. I was like,
oh, don't you hate it? Oh my God, I be so bad.
Yo,
what am I supposed to do?
So bad.
What am I supposed to do with all this rice and no fork?
True.
So
I'll be so mad. Like, how am I gonna eat my rice?
exactly.
What you expect me to wait till I get home?
Wait till I get home? Yeah.
Who does that?
You want me
Nobody
to
does that.
you want
It's
me to-
fast food.
You want me to suck the rice through a straw?
How you know it's not
bad? Like you know what the deal is.
How you know it's not been a long day? Ain't had nothing to eat all day. You just gonna neglect to put the fork in my bag?
Exactly.
I'm gonna come back and cuss you out.
Exactly. And you know we don't never notice that the fork is gone until after we eat the sandwich. And we
Or when they don't include a straw. Oh
yeah.
oh. I guess you could take the lid off and drink it that way, but who wants to do that?
I don't like drinking with the lid.
A person like me will spill tea all over my shirt. It would be bad.
True.
Or when they don't put the McDonald's, I expect you to make sure my lid is on properly. Because when I go to take a sip of my drink.
Let's talk about expectations real quick. I expect you not to hand me a cup that's dripping with whatever I just ordered.
True. Right.
I can't stand
Why is there tea on top of my lid?
Exactly.
On top of the lid.
On top of the lid, yes.
There's an art to filling up cups. I just don't understand. You got to watch the line. There is a
Right,
line.
there's a line.
There's a line.
It really is a line.
The line's there for a reason.
It's there. You must pay.
I mean, I appreciate you being generous.
You know, it's
I ain't
funny,
complaining about that, but I just don't want tea on my white shirt.
Exactly. And it's funny because even solo cups, like the picnic cups, they have lines for a reason.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that, but
Yeah.
the lines on the solo cup, they're not just there for no reason.
Right.
Warren just said you don't know rage until you hurry back to work on a 30-minute lunch break and didn't want mayo and you get mayo on your
He understands our struggle.
That is rage.
Yeah, it is. He understands our struggle. That's
You gotta scrape it off. It's just too much. Just too much.
Yeah.
And they always put so much mayonnaise up there.
They do. Oh, just overkill.
Don't clog my arteries. I expect for you
With mayo.
with mayo. The grease is already one thing, but you gonna to top it off with mayo? Like,
Yeah, I'm mad about that mayo.
I am. If I don't want no mayo, especially on McChicken, oh my God.
Yeah, I feel you for that.
But anyway, back to the topic.
Yeah, back to the
I
topic.
don't know what just happened.
So I did want to I did want to touch real quick, guys. I'm not gonna stay on this tonight. We're not going to dwell on this. But the other night, my friend brought something to my attention. She showed me this video, and it was this little boy twerking for Jesus.
Oh my God.
And if you guys get time, if you guys have time, go to YouTube.
And you don't feel like you're complete pedophile.
Go to YouTube and type in "boy twerking for Jesus" and just watch them.
I feel like when we brought that up, we were more directed.
We were more directed towards girls.
We definitely were.
We definitely did not mean
Excuse
for.
me. They definitely were. I was not going to say that.
Oh no!
I just want to live.
But the second video.
But actually, you guys, if you
I'm sorry. Go, yeah.
if you guys go to YouTube and just type in "twerking for
Not
Jesus,"
like Queen Turking at church.
just type in "twerking for Jesus." I'm actually gonna
There's a video called Black Queen
Black
Twerking
Queen.
at Church.
yes.
When will this end? And it appears that she's actually on the altar.
It looks like she's on the
Possibly
altar.
Oh
in the
my
pulpit.
God.
But wait, I'm sorry, y'all. Just a moment. She is literally in the
You want a
church
video
twerking.
or a camera?
She is like up on
Video
the
that-
pulpit twerking,
video.
going ham in a dress, and you're about to see all that up in there.
Oh yeah. Let me see her.
I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
I mean, she going ham, but she in the church.
You can definitely tell she's in church.
Right teeth.
Wow.
But
she's twerking next to the instruments. Twerking.
I mean, it's really inhuman the way she's doing it, but she's
Not inhuman.
something won't right.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was
I expect
I-
you not to be twerking in church.
no, she can
Literally in a
twerk
church,
wherever
like
she
at the
wants
pulpit.
to.
Yeah,
I
she
just,
should.
I can't deal with
Yes,
this.
you
I
can
don't
twerk
know.
wherever you
I'm about
want
to
to,
give up on
man. I don't even mind.
Okay.
I might actually listen to the sermon.
Wait, what? Wait.
I'm not gonna miss that. I ain't gonna touch that.
Anyways, we're moving on past that. We're not going to dwell on twerking tonight. So, Subliminal, what are some
Everything.
what are some things that you feel like are common expectations for
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Just deprive me of the job.
We said common expectations for people our age. So what have we covered? We covered education, more or less. I think at our age, especially for those of us who've already done education or started in college or whatever, or we graduated at least,
Mhm.
People automatically expect you to get out. Well, maybe not so much with the workforce nowadays, but with the economy nowadays. But basically, for you to find a job in your field, like you should just, as soon as you get out of school, like you should find a job, or maybe that's an expectation we have before we graduate.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna find my job. I'm
gonna get my dream job.
I think that is an expectation that we have for ourselves.
Mhm.
Yes, and that ain't
But one of the things about finding a job fresh out of college is you need to be already looking. Like
long before you get out.
right.
Yeah.
My freshman year, I was taking this class called Personal Finance, which was an amazing class. I learned so much in that class. But the professor, he was pretty much telling us, like, we're in college. We're not only here to learn, but we're also here to build our resume and just to be looking for jobs before you graduate. You need to start as soon as your freshman year.
Yeah,
At least getting an idea of where you want to apply and actually start applying those places like at the end of your junior year. So you like that for
career
years.
fairs, man.
Right. Go to them career fairs.
Start in freshman year going to
Right.
the career fairs.
Yeah, I agree. I did. And
I know a lot of people that freshman year don't really know where they want to go. Look at me, like I started out urban and regional planning, and I ended up in math education. Now I'm doing photography.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta sit and think about it. Actually, be conscious about what you actually really want to do. Don't listen to
JR
everybody
is
else.
probably one of those people that's gonna be in college. So he's like,
I'm not. I'll graduate in December.
like 40.
I probably will be. No lie, because I'm gonna be like Kanye West, granddad. Yeah, I'm like 20 degrees and want to be buried with him.
But you know what, guys? Honestly, that might not be a bad career move, being a career student, because, I mean, if you stay in school, you never have to pay your loans back. So,
But you're going to be paying school forever, because they only give you loans for so long.
True.
No, I thought they had to wait until after you graduated.
No, they can defer them to after you graduate, but like eventually they stop giving people loans.
Yeah.
I think it's like 6 years. I think max.
Well, you
I don't
can
know.
use your loans to pay off your loans.
That sounds like some section.
Did subliminal just come for the welfare listeners?
I got to understand. I'm telling you something. Welfare is a beautiful thing, but if you can get off of it,
Get off.
I got
Yeah.
a food stamp song.
bruh. I ain't mad at nobody that's on welfare. Because quite frankly, if I can get some assistance, I wouldn't be tripping.
Bruh.
Which I might be able to. But anyway, if you can get off of it, like for real, get off of it because you just shouldn't.
Because
do that for the rest of your
eventually you form a dependency of it, and then you begin to, what's the word? It's not molest.
oh God.
Molest.
What's the word? Abuse. Abuse. Those two words are very close. Indefinite of molest and abuse. Yeah. I mean,
I see where you're going.
yeah. Thank you.
You're reaching, but I see where you're going. But anyway, I feel like a lot of people expect us at this point, or maybe not really expect us, but our generation, that you see a lot of people that are married at a young age. I feel like, and then I guess when people see that other people are married, which I don't, that ain't for me. But once people see like people their age being
We
married,
do not condone marriage.
right?
Marriage of any
When
kind.
people see people
Anytime.
their age married, they wanna jump on board. It's just like, for what?
Yeah. I definitely agree. And that was actually going to be my next point. Marriage at this age, a lot of people are like, oh, so you married yet? No.
Why not?
What are you waiting on?
What am I
waiting on?
Let's see.
Mom.
Foundation. A stable career.
Stability, yeah.
There are several things. Somebody that's not crazy.
Exactly.
I can go down the list.
I want to be able to support myself before I have to be able to support a family,
And that's real.
Yeah. Like,
I just want to live the rest of my life supporting myself, and I just don't want to support nobody else. I mean, that's what I expect from me to do.
It's selfish. That's your problem.
But my only expectation for myself right now is to just learn and grow, really, for right now. It's just, I feel like I'm pretty aware of how myself, but I feel like there's a lot of things that I need to do, like, to grow, and I can't do that with focusing on somebody else, or focusing on having kids, or focusing on,
Yeah.
What? Why?
Why?
Anyway.
Who the hell is them?
Bit.
So, one thing that I can say is, I see a lot of people also get married because they are pregnant or about to have a child, and I definitely don't agree with that. I mean, because just because you have a child with a person doesn't mean that they're the right person for you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people used to ask me about one of my exes a long time, so it's been a while. But when they used to ask me, oh my God, what happened to you guys? I would always say, everybody makes mistakes. She just happened to be one of them.
That's such a vague answer. That answer is so vague.
Everybody makes mistakes. She just happens to be one,
Okay.
But I've asked God for forgiveness.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was, yeah. But,
I just had a really slow moment, and I just got where you were going.
You got where I was going with that?
I just got where you were going. I can't.
Yeah. She was my biggest mistake. Shots fired. But so what expectations do you guys hold for yourselves? Or before we even get there, what expectations do you hold for other people? Like, let's say
In reference to
where they should be in their lives. Like, Okay, so me personally, I have a different set of expectations for everybody who's in my life because I feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like some people just aren't capable of some things, so I don't hold them to as high of an expectation as I do other people.
Yeah, I guess it varies from person to person.
It varies from person to person because, for one thing, school ain't for everybody. The military ain't for everybody.
The military is not for everybody, so stop. Just stop. I just got
Not for
bad a little bit.
everybody. The workforce, working 9 to 5s or 8 to 4s or whatever you work, corporate America isn't for everybody. So,
Right.
I definitely take that into account when I make standards for, the people that surround me. I personally just feel like as long as you are doing something positive with your life, I can't hold that. I can't hold nothing against you.
One of my main expectations from people, period, is like you were saying, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like I hate when I see people trying to keep up with the Joneses, quote unquote, or like trying to like living their life to please somebody else. Like that's one of my main expectations.
Yeah.
And it's something small, but it's just like you don't have to try to impress anybody.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with people trying to impress other people. Like, do what makes you happy because at the end, when you look back on your life, are you going to be happy with the choices you made or are you going to be happy with the choices somebody made for you?
Right. And don't let that's another expectation. Don't let anybody make decisions for you. At this point in your life, you should be making somewhat mature decisions. No, not even just somewhat.
Without assistance.
You should be making mature decisions for yourself.
Without assistance, yes. I definitely agree. Subliminal, how do you feel?
Yeah, I pretty much covered the really basic ones. I mean, at this point, to me, like, you should. I think a lot of my expectations for other people, because I feel like I can't really dictate some things to people's lives. You can't really do that for certain things. I agree that there are some things where some people just ain't meant for it.
Yeah.
And it's just something things that I'm meant to do.
That's what it is.
And I agree that it's important to live your life the way you want to live it. Because when it's open, man, will you be happy?
Exactly
with the mark you left?
You don't want to go out and live a miserable life that somebody else should have lived.
Right.
Right.
So. Oh God.
I feel like everybody are afforded the same opportunities. Like you see people so bitter about, oh, well, this person's making so much more money than me, and it's because they work hard. Like you see, people are celebrities for reasons. Like it's because they grind and work hard, and I'm pretty sure they work a lot harder than you do in your day-to-day life. Like think about it though.
I don't think Kim Kardashian worked that hard.
Well, I'm sure. I think she does. I do think she works.
She was grinding.
Now,
she was grinding.
I feel like now she is working hard because she has. I'm sure she has things.
Well, she's working hard to maintain her fame.
Yeah,
yes,
to maintain her fame. Yeah, like
if I could do that and get famous, I'd.
Yeah. Think about how much Bill Gates put into
releasing sex tapes every week. I'm sorry, what?
Thanks. Think about how hard Bill Gates worked to get where he is. Like, and even now he's still working. Well, no, is Bill Gates dead?
No, Bill Gates. That's Steve Jobs.
Okay, yeah. Steve
okay.
But
I will. So I don't personally like using Bill Gates as an example of a hard worker because I personally don't feel like Bill Gates was that hard of a worker. I feel like he works hard to maintain what he has, kind of. But honestly, guys, Bill Gates isn't as smart. Like, he's a businessman. I will say that much. He is a genius when it comes to business because he has maintained one of the biggest businesses, and he is, I think, the richest man on earth, I believe. If I make no mistake.
I think so.
I believe so. But it's because he made good investments. He bought out a lot of the little guys when they were starting up and made them part of Microsoft. There's actually a documentary out on him, and you see exactly how Bill Gates got to be the power, as powerful as he is now. It's not a pretty story. It's not a pretty story, but I mean, it's his. He got there, and it's business. It's all, at the end of the day, it's all business. I'll put it that way.
He's actually not the richest man on earth. The richest man on earth is Carlos Slim, and his net worth is at $73 billion. Did you know what I could do with just
$1 billion?
No, 100,000.
Yeah, I know.
I require a little bit. You know, I don't need that much, but 100,000, like God, 73 billion. What do you do? Like, there's no way that you can spend $73 billion in a lifetime. Well, that's just his net worth, but still. Yeah.
73 billion.
What can you do with What could you do with $73 billion?
I don't know how that was 73 billion.
I wouldn't know how to act with
73,000.
I know that's right.
I barely know how to act with $73.
Yeah. I can stretch $73 for about 4 weeks.
Right. No, I can stretch it for like a day.
A day?
A day.
Yeah, I can at least. I can at least
spend a lot of money.
I can stretch it for like 2 weeks.
But I could never be able to spend 73,000.
I mean,
I'm a million.
You could. You could.
I could spend 7.
No, I can spend 73,000. That's a car.
I can spend 1,000 million. I can spend it. I'm just saying. If
I
I had it, I
wouldn't.
wouldn't know what to do with it. No, I wouldn't. Just automatically. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't.
I always said if I won like the lottery or something like that, I would take half of it and put it in a CD and let it build interest.
I would have charity.
The only issue with that, that's what I was about to say. The only issue with putting in a CD is they tax that at the end of the year too. So, like what I made in interest would probably not be much after taxes.
Yeah.
But anyways, oh sweet. I'm glad because I was like, oh, they were 3 minutes over, but with 3 minutes over, it's good. But anyways, guys, what are some things that you feel? Actually, can you ask that question for me while I open up the phones? The question I was about to ask.
Oh, what are some of your expectations for yourself? Right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what
I said earlier that one of my expectations for myself was just to be able to grow and but I feel like right now it's really about working hard right now, just trying to build my business, and that's pretty much my main expectation for myself, and just be a good person. Like,
yeah,
I don't expect much from me. It's just because I'm not gonna say I always do the right thing, but I at least try to be focused. I'm still in school, so that's I expect to graduate. so I mean, yeah. Subliminal.
Yep, that's what's up. But you guys, give us a call if you want to at 919-561-5061. Once again, the telephone number is 919-561-5061. Call us and give us your opinions on what you think your expectations for yourself are. And if you want to give us any input on expectations for other people, let us know. Guys, we've got about 3 minutes. We've got about a minute and a half left in this episode. I apologize about that. When we come back, though, we are going to be discussing whether we feel like certain expectations are fair. Because, like I was saying earlier, everything ain't for everybody. So we're gonna talk about whether we feel it's fair to expect certain things from people, or is it fair to just expect things from people at all. Like, I really wish I had a G-string in here.
Right. I wouldn't knowing this if he had G-string. He probably wouldn't do all that if he had G-string.
He would. He would not do any. Yeah, he's just over here wilding out right now. Y'all understand? Yeah, he's going ham. But anyways, guys, when we come back, we are going to be discussing the fairness of expectations. Thank you for tuning in to Lights Out Radio. You guys go ahead and refresh your browsers. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do with the app. And we'll be back. It's Lights Out.